Oh, never. Hey, everybody, it's David Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions, and welcome to Wine Wednesday. I am back in better health. I don't know what that was. It wasn't COVID. How come every time you get sick, somebody says it's COVID? No. We never just say, was it the flu? Was it a 24-hour bug? I think it's like a 36-hour bug. I was fine Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday night, I was like, But you be like, let me take my butt to sleep. May just be exhaustion. I went to sleep and I woke up like, I was like, no. So no, I feel a lot better today. I'm gonna try. I had a grilled cheese last night and I got a grilled cheese today. So maybe today's my last day of grilled cheese. You want to lose 5 pounds instantly? Get sick. See what happens. I was like, ooh, everything fits better now. But no, I took the COVID test and it wasn't that. And here I am. So maybe just exhaustion and being around people. I don't know. Remember, you used to get sick and it was just you got sick and you stayed home for a couple of days and that was it. Nobody asked you about your blood count or your platelets or your family history. You just was sick. Now everybody will know a damn medical breakdown. Oh, what are you taking? What do you think? I'm like, girl, I just didn't feel good. It happens. Speaking of feel good, are you a Verner's person or Canada Dry? I was at the gas station. They did not have a Verner's inside. They had that cherry Verner's, which I did not like. I tried that last year, y'all. That was not the jam. So I had to do Canada Dry. It was okay because I like the Canada Dry raspberry lemonade. So it did the trick. But here I am today. Well, not well rested, but tonight, I'm going to bed. And thank you for my clients letting me recuperate these last couple of days. Thank you for being so understanding. Your content is going to sing the rest of this week. I'm on fire. But I could not be creative that Monday, Tuesday. I was like, oh, no. I would have just hit a question mark, but like, what you think? But yeah, so I'm going to go to bed super on time tonight. And yeah, go to bed and reschedule some things and got a lot done today though. I got a lot. We get a lot done today, Trip. It's like we hit the floor running. So there's that. Tonight's show is going to be super interesting. When I post things about politics or race, which I usually don't, surprise, I'm black. I usually don't. I try to, remain neutral on the lot until, people, I don't know what y'all call it. I don't try to be white, Hispanic, Middle Eastern. All I can do is speak from my own experience of being a black man in America. That's all something I can, relate to. So I don't try to speak for my whole race. I can't because everybody has different experiences and backgrounds and upbringings and the way they was raised, what part of the country you're from, and if your grandma helped raise you. And shout out to Ethel and Net because they were like, listen, take care of your company, take care of your friends, take care of this house. Everything else will be fine. Feed them and make them feel just like your house is a house, and it has turned out rather well. So yeah, I don't try to speak for everybody. I can only comment on what's happened to me. So people who jump into my comments, who try to be like, slavery wasn't that bad. I'm like, what? Excuse me? Well, they didn't necessarily slavery wasn't that bad. They were just like, well, the old bootstrap speech. And I'll be sitting there like this. You do know Oakland County schools just got desegregated like 30 years ago, right? Like my elementary was more than half white. Like y'all do know we just started going to all these schools, so y'all do know that, right? Okay, just saying. So I can only really speak from experience. I try not to be too heavy while I'm doing the show, but some things just happen. And that student loan topic, wait a minute, let me open my Coca-Cola to this. Now, y'all excuse me for probably burping because I haven't had a popping day, so I don't know how this is going to go down. Let's see. Ooh, I can feel like going down. But I've been having, I had a heartburn. That kind of dry ain't pop. I'm sorry to say that's not pop. That's like drunk lemonade. So that's not really pop. So that don't count. But yeah, when I posted that post last week with the poop emoji from Facebook, and I was like, you watch the news sometimes and you be like, what America are they reporting on? I be sitting there like, where do y'all think? Have y'all not looked at our bills? Like, is it just me? And I'm not complaining, God. I'm not complaining. I do okay. I don't think I'm going without. Because I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna eat before I go without. Sorry. Sometimes I watch the news and I be looking like, y'all all assume we make six figures, right? Y'all just assume that we all make. The news to me is for people who make six figures plus, who are 25 and under, who have these great condo loft apartments, who all drive Teslas. That's what the news is talking to. Because I be looking like, hell, when I leave here, I need to go by the cleaners. I got to take them bottles back. Oh, crap. I need to do laundry. Do I got enough laundry pods? Are you supposed to be using pods? They're not supposed to be good for you. That's the type of person I am. I got a lot of stuff going on. So when I watch the news, always my grandma used to say, watch it with a grain of salt. Just get what you can get and go watch she's always said it, and I still do that. I watch the world news on 56 on PBS because they're going to tell it from a different lens per se. So I watch the news sometimes with a grain of salt because I'd be like, they not talking to me. You look at the article and be like, they're not talking to me. This can't be it. So there's my whole spiel. So when I posted this, long story short, when I posted the thing, and I really meant it for my situation, where does the government think I was getting some extra money to pay my student loans back? Where? Was it more client? Was it charging my clients more now? Was it going out and get more home sale? I don't know where they thought I was getting it from, because if I worked any harder, I'd be dead. Now, I do work hard, which I do have a lazy bone in my body too. I try to work smarter, not harder. But if y'all know me, y'all know I'm a hustler. I'm gonna make it happen, Captain. But I was like, this is just unreal. I can speak for myself. I know when I went to college, when my parents were signing for them plus loans and God rest their soul, they were still paying when they passed. So shit, there goes that. And it's not like none of that money got sent to me like, oh, your parents passed, your plus loan money back. No. When you're on campus, and even before campus, when you do your financial aid package, if your mother and father have jobs, they're not going to give you that much. They're just not. And my dad worked at GM, my mom worked at the phone company at Michigan Bell. And so they're like, oh, you make too much money. Here's your bill. But guess what? You can get this loan and you're not going to pay that much. We was like, oh, we're signing for the loan. Nowhere on that page did it say your interest rate was going to be 20%. I know my parents would not have signed for that, or myself. There's no way. And I was 17 in college my freshman year. I didn't care what I signed, just as long as I knew I was going to class. You don't be caring. Nobody, the financial aid office or the government, nobody came and sat down and was like, when you graduate, you've got to start paying this back. Your first 10 years of payments aren't going to count towards nothing. Nobody sits down with you and have that conversation. They're like, here, sign this, go to class. I was like, oh, okay. So when this whole thing, with the not paying the student loans back, and some people saying they shouldn't have to pay it back, and some people saying they've been paying theirs back, why should everybody be paying theirs back? And I'll just go back and forth. I just was like, okay, when October comes around, I'm going to apply for whatever I can apply for, and whatever they give me, whatever they say my payment is, it just is what it is. I'm not going to be cussing and fussing with anybody on the phone. I'm going to just make it my mantra. Thanks to Brother Visual is easy. What's easy? Either I'm going to pay it or I ain't. Here's the amount that I can afford. Here you go. Well, I had got an email, maybe like a month or so ago, about student loans being forgiven. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they'll forgive a little bit of mine or whatever. And then the whole Supreme Court. I know I'm missing some pieces along the way here, so just bear with me. I know then it went to the Supreme Court. They're like, no, this is illegal. The president doesn't have the power to do that. The House and Congress got to sign off on it, blah, 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 blah. Then I was like, oh, shit. I'm always cautiously optimistic when it comes to stuff from on high, the government, the state, whoever. So I was still like, well, we got to pay in a minute, so let me just brace for it. And it's going to be a tight fall and winter, but here we go. So another email came and was like, no, they're working on this thing, and they're going to forgive a piece of it. And when I got the last email, it was real vague. It wasn't like, hey, Damon. It was like, hey, you. And it was just an email. It was, and it had directions on there. It's only going to come from these certain email addresses, because companies out there being predatory. Y'all be careful, because if companies who are saying they are the Department of blank education, or it's a letter missing or a number missing or something, it's a lot of shenanigans going on with this student loans and refinancing of it and all that other stuff. So just be careful what you're clicking and signing. I always print stuff out. I don't be just clicking. I just be looking like, who's this from? You read the bottom of the email, like, what's all this mess? If it's in foreign language, it's a scam. Delete that. Block, report, delete. So I had never got anything. Didn't get any further communication from the Department of Ed, and I was like, what is coming? Let me just talk to a couple of people and see what they say I should do, and let me get my documents in order and try to plead my case. So I'm still gonna be easy. I'm not. Whatever they say it just is. Whatever they say it is, I'm gonna break it up. One payment on the 1st and one on the 15th. So the 15th and the 30th, or whatever, I'm just gonna break it up. So, God answers prayers all the time. Even you think he busy. Your paperwork is in his inbox. That's my mom used to always say. It's in his inbox, baby. He ain't got to it yet. It's in his inbox. Wouldn't you know? Everything happens for a reason. My mail, it's usually a mess. I get a lot of stuff. I'm a realtor, and I'll be like, let me go check this mailbox, because I hadn't checked it since Saturday. Really wouldn't need to. But when I didn't feel good, I was like, I'm not going to the damn mailbox. I'll check it when I go back to the office. So this morning, I was like, oh, God, I forgot. Let me check the mail just to empty it out. So I'm going through the mail, putting stuff in the recycling bin, blah, 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 blah. Baby, it was a skinty, we used to call school a skinty. It was a skinty letter from the Department of Education. I need the newsreel. It said, and I quote, "Dear Damon, your student loans have been forgiven." Ah, glory! Glory! When I tell y'all, I gave church right in that parking lot. I gave God the glory right there. Right there. I said, what? I had to make sure I wouldn't have that NyQuil first. I was like, let me pinch myself first. I always pinch by myself. I was like, nope, still up. I couldn't reach the rest of the ladder. I immediately started shouting. Immediately. Glory. Thank you. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, I get a church. We got to get a church button program in here. Y'all, I'm still kind of like in shock. I'm still, things have been happening today that have been really working out for all of my businesses and my clients, and I'm just here along for the ride. I am. It's not me, it's God. And you hear, I could cry, but I'm not gonna cry on social media right now. I could cry. I was worried about that number, y'all. I owed them a lot of money. Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, ooh boy, this is not what I signed up for. This is not that amount. This can't be it. I owed them a Cadillac truck. I was like, oh no, I'll be paying until I'm dead. And that's not fun. I had to read the letter twice. I was sitting there like, what? Who? What? I felt like a spy. You get a secret letter at school you put in your bag. I was like, I looked around, somebody watching. I was like, what? Did everybody get one? Is it just me? What happened? You know how you hear the story of you hear people meeting the love of their life the first date, or you hear people getting their student loan forgiven. Y'all, it happened. It happened. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. I look at them confetti. Glory, glory. And I know some people are gonna be hating, like, Damon, you could afford to pay. Oh, breaking news, sweet Jesus. The CNN got a hold of it. You getting real, Damon. Oh, I ain't seen real Damon news in forever. Some of y'all are not gonna be happy like I got my student loan again, because some of y'all hating asses are gonna be like, oh, you can afford to get it paid off, and you can afford to pay it. Oh, y'all kiss my ass. My student loans have been forgiven. Take it up with Jesus. Take it up with Father. That's just some of y'all problems now. You so damn busy worried about who making what and who paying what, and your teenage daughter is climbing out the fucking window at night. You worried about come on now. Y'all be worried about the wrong shit. You worried about how your neighbor got that boat and you ain't got no food in your refrigerator. We be worried about the wrong shit. We do. We really do. I don't understand it. I don't worry about me and mine. Take it up with Jesus. Take it up, because I left it on the altar. I was like, God, this ain't got nothing to do with me no more. It doesn't. I was like, I can't worry about this. This has nothing to do with me. It doesn't. I'm going to just keep working, and I'm going to keep going, and whatever happens, just happens. I'm not going to be arguing with you crazy people about who's supposed to pay what, and who and what president is in power, and who. God is in total control. God is in control all the time. I know for my life, I don't know what's going on with some of y'all, but it was nothing but God today. That was it. That was it. That mail was almost in the recycling bin, because I was like, whoosh, whoosh. I said, oh, Lord, the Department of Education. I was like, oh, my God. What? I said, oh, no, it ain't October yet. They want to see how much money I make, how much to charge me. Unless this is a well-orchestrated prank, I mean, it came in the right envelope. I not have to think, because some people were dirty like that. I was like, let me check the address and my middle initial and the account number. Yep, that's me. Oh, Lord. I can't. Oh, yeah, I forgot we had Office Evolution today, home of the Office Solutions. You need conference room, office, day office, event space. It is the place to be. We're at 801 West Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan. The zip is 48084. Thanks for always taking care of me. But yeah, back to this letter, y'all. And I don't think I've opened them better for my mailbox in my life. I don't really think. Maybe my first debit card. See, that's how I got here in the first damn place. But maybe my first teenage credit card, my first husband's card. I was like, ooh. Mama, I got a credit card. She was like, who got this? I was like, Daddy. She's like, I guess that's who's paying it, because I'm not. But yeah, I was utterly speechless, y'all. I didn't know. Do I call and thank somebody? I was like, what do you do at this point? I was like, oh. I'm still going to pretend like the money is going to be getting paid and put it back into my damn retirement account. Because one day I'm not going to feel like doing this. One day I'm going to be too old, be like, Trip, park my wheelchair behind the studio. Let me get set up. I do not want to be 87 doing the Wine Wednesday, y'all. I'm here to tell y'all that. I'm not. I'm not going to do Wine Wednesday from the old folks home. I'm just not. I want to be. I'll be a guest on somebody's show. You ain't had an old people just sitting like this. Yes, back in my day, that's what digitally. Yeah, we'll be all digital by then anyway. But yes, the letter is here. Super excited. It's just, look, it's like, I know, girl. Oh, thank you. Whew. We serve, what a mighty God we serve. Some of the church announcers came on. Oh my God. I can't even be mad the rest of the year now. This has changed my whole direction of my life. I can't be mad. I can give it this year. I'll be probably angry next year. I can't be mad. Like, I can't. Now, here's the thing. Who the hell do I vote for in this election? Now, that's a whole nother show. Because remember,
you've been bribed.
I've been bribed. Because remember, Trip, some episodes I said, I'm voting for whoever give rid of these damn student loans. I have said that.
I witnessed it.
Oh, Jesus, here we go. We're going before Congress. I don't recall or recollect.
I'm surprised they still gave you that loan forgiveness after your January 6th shenanigans.
What did I do? Oh, I had to Wine Wednesday?
No, I thought you were in the Capitol that day.
I was there giving a speech.
That's true. Actually, no, I am your witness. We can claim that we were not at the Capitol.
We were not at the Capitol.
I can claim that Damon, myself, and Colin were not at the Capitol that day. Actually, we have video evidence.
We have video evidence. It is times, and it has not been manipulated. We have time, stamp, date evidence. We were doing an episode of Wine Wednesday. We really, really were. Yeah, I just, yeah. Look, I love America. What people say, I love America. I be saying like this. What America are you talking about? I love America. But this, okay, so Trip, question for you. If, and now that they have the money to do this, what else should they be doing? I mean, should people be hungry and homeless? And we have the money to pay. I mean, just think about it. And we have the money. If they snap their fingers and change my life, why can't we feed everybody? And don't think I'll be paying off your damn student loans. If they got the money and America didn't collapse, the life didn't go off because they paid my student loan off. Why can't they feed and put everybody in one of these abandoned schools?
You know, I don't know.
At least lunch.
I don't know enough to even comment on any of this. But what I would say is, like, you know, it's not just that. It's like, okay, how come these schools don't have any teachers in them or any books in them, or they're not safe? I mean, there's a long list of things
to do. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that need to be. I mean, ultimately, I think on some Bernie Sanders shit, there's just I think like the biggest problem is just a disproportionate distribution of wealth, and if you can tackle that, that's when a lot of those other things can perhaps be looked to. That, you know, there's just so many people that through decades and decades and decades have like figured out loopholes to get all the pie. Like you got, I mean, you and I have talked about it, just, you know, like construction in the state. That's a honeypot for the who's who. People that are in government hooking up their cousin construction company because they're also getting a kickback, like all these things that are just, you know, and then if everyone else is doing it, then why am I not doing it? And then we get to the point that, I mean, the sad truth is you would hope that we as a species would just say, all right, that's enough.
Enough is enough. Yeah.
You know, enough is enough. We can all eat. I mean, just starting with America, let's not even talk about globally, where just there's so much insane poverty globally that should be addressed. But we're just talking about the humongous problem that is just within our own country, which, by the way, is like one of the best countries to live in. So think about that.
Right. We do have clean water.
Yeah, it's all proportional. But, you know, it's all kind of the same problem. It's like, when are these dragons? This is where I kind of get this is where my frustration, like, we got these fat dragons in these caves of gold that they will never in their life and their children's life and their children's life be able to spend. And it's not even about, you know, oh, I need to take care of my family. It's about your ego. It's about their ego of like, I need to show the world that I am the most powerful person in the world. And this is a way to kind of show your dominance. It's just by how much wealth you have. And I think that's the root of the problem. And wow, what a tangent that I have went on. But that's, to me, that's how do we start making sure, you know, the money is going where it needs to. I mean, because the thing is, you know, I have no problem with, you know, paying more, right? Like, hey, we need to raise your taxes for school lunches and for teacher salaries. But the problem is you see news report after news report saying like, "Ooh, that $10 you're paying in taxes didn't go where you thought it would."
Where you thought it would.
It ends up in like some bullshit, and you're like, "Well, fuck, man."
Because let me tell you, as an ex-school teacher, we never got no lottery money. So
Well,
I want them to stop saying that lie. Be like, oh, it's going to the lottery. It's going to the schools. No, it's not.
And what's insane is what in your industry got. I knew Carl would be on this shit. He knows all about this shit right here.
The rich toss us scraps from our own money. Yeah. The rich toss us scraps from our own money to forgive their own loan. Yeah. What? If they forgave the big three
shit,
a couple of times.
They're going to get taxed for the businesses.
What? The automotive industry gets forgiven every 5-10 years. They get a bailout. Like, we broke. No, you're not. Here goes money.
So it's just the system is so broken, and the people that make the system are the ones that are being benefited from the honey pots that are out there. So I mean, but here's the problem: we can make a difference, but we're also fucking distracted going to the movies
and twerking.
You know, we're never gonna hold people to the fire. We do have the power. Like if you just look at your email, you're gonna see 20 emails begging you to take that survey. Please take Hertz's rental car survey. Please, we'll do anything. Please take our survey, because these guys are terrified of losing your business. So I just God, this is gonna make me. I just wish as a people we would be able to be like, no, fuck. Like when would you trust America to boycott the NFL? I wouldn't.
Oh God, no. Like we see when they tried to.
That's the kind of shit. Yeah, that's the kind of shit.
That's un-American.
If you want like America to be a better place, it needs to be like, hey, we need to go without internet, which people would faint. Right?
Imagine if we really elevated each other.
Yes, that's it. I mean that would be the answer. Like if we were on some, you know, did you see what this company's doing? Like the problem, and it's and again, I put a lot of blame on the rich people, but it is actually ultimately us that are fucking up, and I'll tell you why. When you see like what Elon Musk net worth is, we dick ride him. We're like, oh God, look how much money did Elon make.
He's the perfect person. He's this, he's that.
Instead of these people that are making disgusting amounts of money, instead of them being embarrassed by it, they're worshipped. And you're like, oh my God, did you see that? Jeff Bezos is worth this amount, and Elon. Instead of us worshiping these people, it should be a stigma that you have that much money. Like, oh my God, like that's embarrassing that's how much money you're making. And I mean, granted, I know there's going to be some sort of, well, they put this much towards jobs and this much towards charity events. I mean, but at the end of the day, we all know that there's just a bunch of people that's
a write-off.
Let's just also put it in the mainstream. Like we all know, like the CEO of the company's making, and I'm sure the stat changed. It's like they're making what, like 750 times what the front. Like we have to make it a stigma that like
shame on you.
Like shame on you for making. If you're making 1,000 times what your employees are making, that should be a shame on you. That's disgusting. And if honestly, like to me, like I feel like the biggest flex would be you know, instead of saying, hey, Elon took, you know, 22 billion home last year, it should be like Elon's employees all make 6 figures. Like that's the flex. Like, oh my God, you work at this company, you're making 6 figures.
Right.
That's how he got it. Not just one person.
Yeah,
but the problem is that's just not our culture.
Our culture is money worship.
We worship
money
people,
and power.
When it should be, and again, that's on us. It should be like, you know, it should be like as a collective, like, no, that's
we
not
don't
cool.
worship the secretary. We worship the CEO.
Watch, like the most expensivest with 2 Chainz, where he's like, I'm gonna smoke a $200,000 blunt. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, we should be as a society like, okay, that's ridiculous. Like, we need to
how much is enough?
We need to shame the flaunting of money, and it should be embarrassing to flaunt money.
And here's another problem I have with money, and I know I may lose some followers today. Can y'all stop putting y'all cash apps for y'all birthday and your kids stuff? And then you ride around here in the new. Do you know a lot of poor people? Because I don't. Do you, Trip?
It depends.
Let's say, okay, out of my friends that you've been around.
Well, I would say like the cat. I have two examples. Like if it's like Timmy's birthday, and you're like, this is his Venmo, and it's the equivalent of giving him like a $5 card or something like that. I'm whatever. We live in. This is the sign. It like, and not to mention like I don't know. Like I wouldn't like it when it was my birthday. I'd be getting like $10, $20 from my family.
Yeah,
right. I wasn't getting from my friends, but it's a different time, so maybe take advantage of it. But there's like then there's things like I want a new skateboard, and it's like, hey guys, give me a new skateboard.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there looking like maybe I'm old grandpa. I'll be sitting there looking like give your
like crowdfunding is a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction for everything.
What? I think probably my biggest ick for money is still that tip thing. When that man we were at VCon and it was a separate booth. It wasn't a Gary booth. They were a vendor, and he turned. I was choking or something. I could not get my wind together, and I didn't mind. But they were giving away free pops. But the part we were in, I was eating something to drink. I didn't care but I didn't want any liquor because I was working. I was being DJ Realty Solutions. So at events, I won't drink. I'm like, I need to be on, and I know me. I'll get tipsy fast. So I wanted a pop or water. And first of all, the service was trash. That man turned that thing around and was like, tip your ass away from me. Y'all got to stop turning that tip thing around. That
is my pet peeve when I go to a Dunkin' Donuts and I see that cup.
That cup
that says tips on it. Listen, I'm not. Listen. I understand these people aren't making a ton of money.
My order today, they wanted the tip. What the am I tipping you for?
But like at the end of the day, like I stopped tipping for basic service.
The work for
I stopped tipping
for asking for raises. Yes.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like I don't know, man. I think the whole tipping model is crazy. Where it's like, oh, you want to get a steak at this restaurant? Well, for that luxury, if you want someone to bring it to you, you have to
tip for handing me when I ordered across the counter.
Bro, yes, Carl, that's what I'm talking about. When I see these cups at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or whatever, and it's like that, it's like the Sharpie
reach behind, and then it's
the Sharpie little cup they have, and it's like tips is scribbled on it. I'm like, hold up.
Oh, wait a minute.
I asked you to get me a plain donut. You turned 180 degrees, grabbed it, put it in the bag, handed it to me. And I'm tipping you for that.
That's like tipping Uber and Lyft.
Like, what are they paying you for? Like, what are you getting paid at Dunkin' Donuts?
That's like when you tip
dog.
The Uber and Lyft app. I be looking like I'm already overpaying for you driving me to this place because I'm hammered, and now I gotta tip you $10 on top of the $10 ride. Like that, to me, it makes
it's insane.
That's like tipping your dry cleaner. What am I tipping him for? This is a job.
Again, like I don't take tips for what I do. When I worked at AT&T, people tried to tip me. I didn't take it. I'm like, listen, man, like I'm getting paid to do something. I'm doing the thing.
He does not. He is right. I had a client that tried to tip him. He was like, no, because it's a slippery slope.
I don't like it as a, there's a lot of things I don't like about it. Like to me at the end of the day, like I'm charging the wage I'm charging that I feel is to be fair. I don't know why you're tipping me. I don't want you giving me extra money. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's it.
Yeah. I just found it the other day and I was like, okay, here's a caveat to that. So we are having the steak dinner and we're tipping. Damn it, everything had better be almost perfect.
Well, I just think it's crazy that we've been tricked by big business to be like, you're paying for the wait staff. Like,
we're paying for the wait staff.
Like, oh, we're charging you a markup on the meat and all the food. But for the privilege of us having it gotten to you, you have to pay for the person that does that. It's wild to me that we, and not to mention, they've tricked us. They tricked us into thinking that we're ballers if we give somebody like big tips and all that shit. Where it's like, guys, big corporations have tricked us into paying for their labor. Like, what the fuck? How can we? And then we get mad at each other. Like, oh, you didn't tip enough. Like, when I go, I always tip. It's like big business has tricked you into paying for their labor. Like, what the fuck is that?
Like It's insane to me. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, as it is now, like Carl, like it'd be fucked up if you like, because it's crazy that this is legal. But if you go, like, they're paying these servers. So I worked at TGI Fridays. I was making $2.14 an hour.
Jesus.
So I don't know how they've legally finagled it that you can pay them X amount below the
minimum wage
because they're a tip job. So we live in a society where you have to tip these people, or they're like, it's insane. They don't make any money at all. So I don't know. I hate that. I wish we'd get rid of that. It's crazy to me.
It's very, very strange.
And it's just weird, like what we tip for, what we don't tip for. Like I didn't know you had to tip haircut people until like.
Oh God! Now see, and
didn't know.
Now in my culture, you have to tip your barber and your beautician. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird. I don't know. I think all of it's just. I don't know. It's weird to me. All of it.
It's very, very strange. I had better hurry up because I don't want to keep you guys long. Where are we at? Because we'll be on this tip thing. Oh, geez, I got hot. Arts Beats and Eats is a local thing, and they do accept tips. I'm probably sure there'll be plastic cups everywhere this weekend, but it's where all the local and some national food vendors all get together. The art program is really, really nice. Don't tip the barber and ask them for a little more service. Oh God, no! You know what's so funny? My barber now is Middle Eastern, and when I first tipped him, he looked at me like this: "What you doing?" But I always had a black barber, and you expected to tip a black barber. Like, it's baby, what? Well, at least in my generation, I don't know what these new kids are doing. And so I told him what I was doing. He was like, "But Damon, you don't have to." I know I don't, but it's my hair or lack thereof. So here we are. But yeah, Arts Beats and Eats is going to be this weekend, Labor Day weekend in Royal Oak, downtown Royal Oak. I went last year. I think I'm going this year because it's supposed to be a heat wave this weekend, and y'all know they're not like sweat running down my back, so I probably will not be there. But if you are going, it's going to be Friday 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 11 a.m. to 9. No, Saturday, Sunday 11 to 11, and then Monday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. because they want you to get y'all school. Y'all know your kids got school Tuesday, so don't be there all night Monday. Them babies be sleeping in their first period or first classes on Tuesday. So enjoy that this weekend. Yeah, it's usually a great time. I went last year. That street corn, Lord have mercy. And I don't know if that's PC to say Mexican street corn. It's stuff that ain't PC no more. So I'll just say street corn. Yes, Lord Jesus. You talking about the best. I've got one to go home. Judge your mama, don't judge me. Because when I was eating the one, you can't really eat because you smell your face. I was like, I need one to go. And I got home and was like, yum, delicious. If I could just run down there like, can I get the Mexican street corn and just zip up out of there? That would be fine. But yeah, so that's going to be all this weekend. Pack some patience and take some sunscreen and a hat because it's supposed to be a hot one. Loan program now. Time is ticking. We are coming up on the end of the loan programs from Fannie and Freddie. Don't forget, you have that up to $10,000 loan program. You have that $6,000 loan program. United is doing United Wholesale Mortgage. I say United like everybody lives here. United Wholesale Mortgage is doing that 580 FHA VA program.
That was all Damon, by the way.
Hey!
This is Damon, graphic designer, you're speaking to.
I took on another title. It's all Trip's fault. He's like, I'm gonna show you how to do a little something. I'm like, ow, now. So yeah, those loan programs are coming to an end. The two big ones, the up to $10,000 one. I don't know what everybody talking about. He said I get a free $10,000. So the up to $10,000 one and the $5,000 plus $1,000 home warranty one. Those are coming to an end September 15th. It's September now, so I need you to call me 248-818-8538 if you're trying to get pre-approved now, so we can go find your house so we can get you pre-approved and looking before the program expires. Because once it expires, they They have programs all the time, but with this being the last quarter of the year financially, financial year going quarters, y'all. This is the last quarter of the year. This is probably the last big program until next year. So please take advantage of it while we have it. Once again, you can call me with any questions or concerns about the loan program. Don't come to them student loan because mine got forgiven. For loan programs and real estate, 248 and social media, 248-818 and event planner so far, 248-818-8538. Huge announcement. I had one of my clients get me a space for, I'm doing so much, the website launch party for Purchase Experts. It's going to be September 21st. We're going to be at the Jolly Pumpkin, downtown Royal Oak. It's going to be 6 to 8 p.m. That flyer Trip redid, so that'll be coming out tomorrow. I have it, but sometimes I have to post the important stuff first thing in the morning. So that one will be coming out first thing in the morning. So when you see your invite, because they are coming, I would say yes, rather than wait till the last minute and say no, because once we reach capacity, we'll reach capacity. So it is going to be UWM heavy. So, they have 9,000 people and it's a Groves party. So you already know. So you met this probably is one you don't want to miss. So RSVP as soon as you get it, because I am not working the door. I will be busy. So get in where you fit in, and we are leaving on time. If you party afterwards, and that's your bill. So no. So it's 6 to 8. That's what we cover. And then after that, you are on your own. So come out once you see that flyer tomorrow. I'm going to do the Eventbrite link. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Some of y'all are going to get invited personally to your emails because we have a list. So if you don't ignore your email, what's tomorrow, Thursday or Friday? Check your emails Thursday and Friday for sure. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So check your emails, RSVP to that, so I can put you on the list, so we can have a good time and find out what the Purchase Experts is all about. I know you're gonna love it because I love it. It's been a great learning experience for me and my business, being a part of that. So super duper excited for that. Did I get everything, Trip? Oh,
you didn't solve the hunger crisis in the United States quite yet.
I mean, I said we model after the school lunch program. Just feed everybody twice a day. Give them a breakfast and lunch. Because now the school lunch is mostly free. And they don't shame the kids for getting free lunch now. Oh, I just feel so bad for them kids. Oh, Jesus. It was a shaming thing.
Ooh.
We didn't shame them, but the workers kind of did. Like, free lunch over here. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah, it was cringe.
See,
city.
it's us. We got to do better.
It's like,
imagine if we
fed
really
everybody.
elevated each other. Imagine that. Imagine if we really elevated each other. Imagine
because some days I've had, Trip is my witness, I've had 60 grand in my pocket in cash. And some days I've had 60 cents in my pocket.
In cash.
In cash. So you just never know what people are going through. You just never know. Some days you up, some days you're down, some days you're in the middle, and some days you don't think about money. Some days you just do the work. I have left and be like, oh crap, I left my wallet at home. I'm like, oh, Trip bad. Or you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'll be okay. It's money shouldn't, to me, be. Wasn't it a different line, Carl? I just feel so bad for them kids. My mama was like, you bet not be making fun of them. I said, I'm not. I said, Mama, why do they got to get in a different line for the same lunch? She was like, they're doing what? I said, they call them the free lunch kids. Damn shame. The 80s. What a time to be alive. Wow. What a time to be alive. Yep. It was a different line for the free lunch kids. Jesus. Think about this. You food shame people. You do. You food shame people.
Or just shame people in general. Like, because a person's a trash, works for, what are they called? Garbage collectors. If they're a dishwasher, like these aren't things I just never understood why you'd make fun of somebody who's like out there working. You know what I mean?
Because let me tell you, when you try to qualify for any program as a single person, I don't qualify for nothing. What they want you to make as a one-person household, you will starve to death. You will literally starve to death.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, like the ones that are out there doing whatever it takes, they don't care about what people are calling them. Those are the real ones. The only people that I don't like are people that are assholes. That's it.
Yeah, just be nice to people. Just be nice. And so I've learned now, you have to meet people where they are. Like, I'll be looking at some people like, Lord, because let me tell you this, and I'm gonna let you go. I have seen people who thought they was the king of Wakanda. And baby, you talking about...
I mean, you're talking about those high school people? Yeah, man. Like,
ooh,
all those high school
like,
people,
damn.
This is our time to see them on Facebook. And you're like, oh, damn, dog.
Jesus. I see some people that I went to school with like this. My God. I mean, I know I'm cutting fat, but I'm like, my God, y'all look 100. Are you worried about something? Damn. Like, can I tell this story without letting people know who I'm talking about? Oh, hell, I don't work with them no more. I had a manager who I thought liked me as a person who really was undermining me. Baby, let me tell you, they ain't managing nothing now. They still work there, but when they saw me, they was like this, bitch. You know how you could tell somebody's face, they were looking at you like, it was a silent satisfaction. And I'm not saying I was like nan and boo boo, but it was just like, excuse me, see that Coca-Cola. Shout out to Coca-Cola. You ever want to burp? You ever something stuck? Drink Coca-Cola, see what happened. It was a silent satisfaction where I'm like, I'm too busy. I'm looking at a list of stuff I got to do for tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna call this person. Okay, text this one back, email this. I'm already booked for the rest of this week with stuff to do. Like, how do y'all have time to be so mean to people and nasty? Like, I'm sleepy now. I ordered to go when we was downtown Royal Oak. Like, I ain't cooking. I'm already dreaming about my couch and the blanket and Gossip Girl. Like, I need a nap. I'm tired. So take some of that. My mom used to always say, what if you use your powers for good sometime? I was like, ooh, wow. Because she would check me like, dang, man, okay. Use your powers for good sometime, baby. I was like, Mama, you're right. I tell people, use your powers for good. Just help out every now and again. It's okay. It happens. Help out. Help out. Help out. Yeah. It happens. Yeah. Like, I give to a lot of stuff. I just don't say it. I do. I'm a silent giver. You'll never know what charity I donated to. I'll be like, here. Here you go. I just do it because I feel like doing it. So I do give back a lot. So that's all we have to do is give back and see about each other, and we'll be okay. We'll be better than okay. Just help out when you can, give back, and stop trying to take advantage of people. Now that's a whole nother show. If Trip and I got to sit with you twice, that's a consultation. That's not a one-time your hour freebie. That's second, because people will ask you, do they do that to you, Trip? Do they try to ask you a million questions? You be sitting there like this. This is a consultation.
Well, I mean, I make sure that, I mean, I put my your foot
my
down
boundaries
early. I'm pretty good about those.
I'm not good at boundaries with business. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll call you.
You guys know, I mean, you talk to you and Q, who are my closest friends, closest clients, but those fuckers, they try to call me after for like a good 2 years. They try to call me, text me after 6 p.m. They got crickets.
We'll FaceTime like this. Yep. Her and I will be together like this. We say, who is he liking better today? I'm like, oh, you. We'll call from your phone. We sit and look at each other like. The only time he picked up a late night text, it was Christmas Eve. That was it. And it was like 8. It was 8 o'clock. He wanted to see us open our gift. I think that was the only time he answered. Like when I text Trip past 6, those are ideas that are in my head for tomorrow. For this week.
Let me explain. I don't care what you can text me at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. They just know that they now know
that's
that
for tomorrow.
I ain't gonna talk to them or get back to them.
Yeah, that's a tomorrow. That's a tomorrow conversation. Like if I go home tonight and I'll probably text them, hey, show me that thing on Canva. He ain't go. That's tomorrow. That's not like, oh, let me see it tonight. That's a tomorrow thing. So yeah. And Trip is going to visit his Comic-Con friends at Forks in Seattle.
That's right.
Is it Forks, Seattle, or what is that called? Forks, Washington, or is it?
I think it is Forks, Washington.
Forks, Washington.
Wait, look at your phone.
He will be battling vampires this week.
Yeah, I think Olympic National Park is in Forks for all you Twilight fans out there.
Ooh. So that's where he is going to be. Yeah, it's going to put it up for us.
Forks.
No, I'm not going. Well, I think my audience knows me by now. They're like, dang, we knew you wasn't going. Oh, Jesus. I can see Russia.
Forks. Yeah, we're like right. Yeah, we're going to be like right around here.
Jesus.
This is National Park.
No,
yeah, we're camping around Forks.
Where's the airport at?
Well, we're flying into Seattle.
Okay.
It's like a 4-hour drive from Seattle.
Lord. Away from civilization. Seattle's already away from civilization. Now you gotta go away from civilization. Well, in Seattle, you have the best internet service. That's where all the tech is. So
this reminds me, I did survive. For those who were at the last one I was talking about, I did survive that cable trail that I put on the. I believe I put it on the podcast. I showed some pictures of it.
Yeah. No way, Jose. No. Well, someone's called the Devil's Drop and Devil's Ball out, but I believe, I'm like, this is not for me. I did not grow up set of wings last night. This is not for me. Like, not a mountain goat. No way. But no, he's gonna have fun. So we'll do regular old Wine Wednesday, and that'll be that. So I think that's it. I will let you guys go. And as always, here's something that your open house will close soon. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good holiday weekend, too. Peace.